Hi, it's James from the Vesper group again, and today I'm just going to talk a little bit about finding the right investment property for you, what to consider and what to really think about before you start that journey into looking at properties on the market. So when you're looking for an investment property, you really need to kind of nail it down in terms of what city, first of all, in the UK you want to consider investing in. Is it going to be London? Is it going to be Manchester? Is it going to be Birmingham? Is it going to be maybe one of the smaller cities like Bristol, Newcastle, Leeds? Your choice of city really depends on the type of tenant that you're going to have in your property. If you're looking at one of the smaller regional cities, then you're really going to be focused in on the local market or the student market. Now, if you're relying on the student market, you really need to take into account when the students are going to university. So that's typically between September and June. So you may have a void period there over the summer. The best advice I have for you is to pick one of the major cities like London, Manchester or Birmingham, where you can secure a tenant for 12 months, 24 months, and you don't have to rely on the student market. You will have students, of course, still inquire, but in the larger cities, they know they need to take a 12-month contract. Next thing to consider, budget. How much are you willing to spend on a flat? So to give you an idea, up in Manchester, you'd be looking at somewhere between 180,000 up to about 250,000 for a one-bedroom apartment. For a two-bedroom apartment, you're looking at upwards around about 300,000. Whereas in London, you'd be looking at around about 400 to 500,000 for a one-bedroom apartment, and anything upwards of 700,000 or 800,000 for a two-bedroom apartment. Now, if you're looking at new builds, of course, you're going to have a premium on those prices. But with new builds, you are going to have the warranty from the developer for the first couple of years. You're going to have a brand new apartment. You're not going to have any maintenance fees to pay. Next thing to consider is the stamp duty and tax. Now, if you're an overseas buyer, you need to factor in an additional 2%. You also need to factor in a higher stamp duty amount as well. Then you need to look at your taxation on your rent, income tax, and I really recommend getting an accountant to help you out with that. Then you've got your legal fees, of course, and your letting agent fees. But let's go back to the fun part of finding a property. So how would you go about it? Well, that's where I come in. We are property agents. We're property agents in London and in Manchester, and we have a wide array of stock ideal for buy-to-let investors. You really want to look at the yield that you're going to get back when you buy a property. So in London, the yield tends to be quite low. You're looking at maybe 2 or 3% net, whereas up in Manchester, you could easily be looking at 5, 6, 7% net as well. So from a buy-to-let point of view, in terms of returns, definitely Manchester is the place to be. If you're looking at capital appreciation, of course, London has always been great for that. But regardless of where you buy, you will get capital appreciation. It's just how quick will you get that capital appreciation. We usually say if you're buying a new build apartment, you want to hold on to it for at least 5 years until you make a return. So there's a few things to consider. There's a lot more to consider as well, and that's where we come in. So feel free to reach out to myself, to my team, and to ask away, because there's going to be lots of questions you're going to have, and we're here to help you on that journey to finding that right investment property for you. Thank you.